All right, hello everyone. My name is Chandler Prisk. This is my new channel called Production Prisk. I wanted to start this channel just to help out really new beginners. When I was starting out, it was very difficult to find videos for people who were starting from zero, from no knowledge. If you had some knowledge, it was pretty easy to find videos that were catered towards you. But if you didn't know what you were doing at all, it's very hard to find content for that. So I wanted to come on here and start making some videos that kind of get you started from the very, very bottom. So I wanted to start a series with ProPresenter because this is kind of where I'm most comfortable. From there, I'm going to move into some other production-related content. But yeah, this first series I want to dive into is ProPresenter. So I've put myself this little camera shot in the least intrusive spot. But yeah, I just want to run through the user interface in this video. So this video, I'm not going to show you how to build anything. I'm just going to show you what all these buttons are, is kind of what we're going to look at today. So yeah, we're going to start with show. This is what the view that we're in right now. So up here, we have this button called show. So this is your main look. So this is what you're going to be looking at when you are actively presenting during a service or during a show or presentation. When you have a presentation to show, you will have all your slides visible here. We will get into that in a different video, but this is that first view. The next button we have is edit. That is going to be a page where you can edit a single slide. You'll have a view over here which will show you all of the slides you have, and you can go one by one to edit them individually. Reflow is going to be kind of like a text editor. We'll get into that again in another video. You'll have all of your lines of text. Each one will show you which slide that line of text is on, and you can separate them to better fit onto each slide. Then you've got Bible. Here we can access that. I currently have no Bibles installed. I've kind of reset this a little bit so we could start from the beginning together. So there are some free Bibles you can install, or some that we have purchased from our church. So there's all these different options that you can install for free. Let's see, some English ones. Of course, you can install King James, American Standard. Let's see. Any other ones? Yeah, we'll just stick with those two. So yeah, in here it's pretty easy. We'll go James 1, 2. And then later on we'll get into these. These are themes that you're going to let it choose for you. And then it'll give you a slide that you can use. So later on, we'll get into that more. But yeah, this is a quick way to get Bible verses rather than having to Google them and pull them into slides. I personally don't really use this feature. I like to pull them in from the internet still. But some people do prefer this, and that is okay. That is an option. All right, we're going to skip more for now, and we're going to go over to this side. Pro Content. Pro Content is something that ProPresenter offers. It is a source of backgrounds, of just media content that they offer. I believe you do have to pay extra for this. They do have some free stuff in here. Just some different backgrounds, some countdowns, and then some stills. And of course, you can just drag these in. Well, I believe. Yeah, they've got different ones in here, and you can download them and then use them. We won't do that today. But yes, then we've got media. So this is your own media bin. I've got playlists here that I have already set up. We'll get more into the options that you have with playlists. You have smart playlists, you have regular playlists, and then a few other options. We'll get into that later. But yeah, these are where you can have your own photos, videos, side thirds, lower thirds, things like that. But yeah, that all sits under media. Looks. we will get into looks later. These are, you have a little bit of preset options that you can have for when you want to have your show look a certain way during teaching, during worship. If you have an event in your sanctuary or somewhere and you want your slides to look a certain way during that, you can set it to a certain look. We'll skip live for now. Audience and stage, these are your live buttons. So if you do not want your presentation to be showing to your audience, so this is 2 different screens you can send to. So your audience is your main send. So like if you have iMags that you're sending to, or if you have an LED wall, this would be your main send. If you have a confidence monitor or something like that, that would be your stage send typically. Doesn't have to be that. That is just the standard. So if you want to turn it off, you just turn it off. If you want to stop sending stuff to the confidence monitor, you can just stop sending it. So if you ever need to just do that, you can. That's the quick way out. Over here, these are your clear buttons. There are shortcuts we can get into later. This is your clear all button. Here's your clear slide. Clear all, click that. It clears everything that was up there. All right, the next thing we can look at is our preview box. That is this whole section right here. We have an option right here, screen 1 and stage screen. So screen 1 is what I would send to audience. So I have screen 1 and then I have stage screen 1. So both of these options are what is sending to audience and then to stage. So right now, I'm not sending anything to screen 1. And because I'm not sending anything to screen 1, I'm also not sending anything to stage screen 1. If I were to send, we'll pull up a song right now. All right. So right now I'm sending these lyrics to screen 1. If I go to stage screen 1, I've already set up a view for my confidence monitor. So I'm going to view what it looks like on my stage screen or my confidence monitor. This is what it looks like on my confidence monitor. We just did an event, so I changed the view. Typically, we would have a just our text up here for the current lyrics, and then below that, the next slide lyrics. I'll show you how to do that in a future video. But yes, for now, this is what was showing on our confidence monitor. And again, I can just clear this like that. But yeah, that's how you can view what is on. This won't change what anyone else sees. This is just for your benefit. So if you want to see what everyone else is seeing, you can also do a windowed output. So if you want to see both at the same time, so we've got screen 1, and you want to see what's on. See what's on the second screen as well. You can pull up both, and you've got both of those. So that's an option you have as well. All right. And now we can go over here to where I just pulled up this song. Okay, so we've got libraries and we've got playlists. So libraries are where all of your presentations are stored. So each of these is a presentation. You can add a new library or you can add a new presentation when you click this plus button up here. Typically, I would just have 2 libraries. I would have a song library, and then I would have an additional library. Typically, we call it general. I've made a hymns one to separate some songs that I can share with people that are not protected, so I can share them freely. So yeah, typically we can just make a new library and call it general. In here we would put sermons, etc. But yeah, for our songs, we have all of them down here. So each of these is a presentation. So we can create a new presentation, and that would be what these are over here. So in the presentation, you could call it, let's see, Amazing Grace. We already have Amazing Grace, so it'll tell us that when we make it. Oh, we don't. We have Amazing Grace. My chains are gone. So I've just made Amazing Grace as a presentation. So I'm not going to create the song right now. We'll get into that a little bit later. But now we've made a library and we've made a presentation. The next thing we can do over here is we can make a playlist. This is what we do for our services. So when we have a service, we are connected to Planning Center. So if you guys use Planning Center, there is a way to connect your services to ProPresenter, and you can just import your service into ProPresenter. But if you want to do it manually, you can always just do it like this. You can do weekend, July 25th and 26th. We have Saturday and Sunday services. So in here, we will make we will bring in some presentations. So our playlist, we can delete afterwards if you like. That's what we do. We keep this kind of short. So we can drag in songs if we'd like. So if we want to, we can just drag in Authority into our playlist. Or this is what we typically do if we're making one. I just bring in a bunch of placeholders. This is probably not the way most people do it. I drag in placeholders, and then what we do is either if it's a song we already have in our library, we just hit this search button up here and we type in the song. So if it's a presentation we already have, we use this. This is the ProPresenter button. This is CCLI, and this is multitracks. We do not have a multitracks account, and I'm not going to pay for one right now, so we will not be talking about that. But yeah, so ProPresenter, CCLI. So if we do not have a song yet, we will go to CCLI and see if they have it. But yeah, we will see if we have. We'll go to What Child Is This? It's not Christmas, but we're going to throw What Child Is This into this playlist. So yeah, we've just added a song into our playlist. So that's another way to do it besides dragging songs into your playlist if you'd like to do it that way. But yeah, that's a basic look at the UI for now. We haven't gone over these buttons down here. There's some buttons over here as well. If you'd like to look at them yourself, you're not going to ruin anything by clicking them. Like right here, you can see this shows you the slides. Hey, we're going to go over right now. Look at that. Right here, it just shows you the text. So if you have a really busy background, or you have, sometimes if you use an effect behind these, it makes it really hard to see the lyrics on here. But for everyone else, when you send it, it looks fine. You can just do this to see just the text. And then you've got this, which shows you the slide and the text. And then, of course, you have this to make it bigger or really small, if you can even read that. But yeah, we've got a lot more to cover, as you can see. So yeah, if you guys find this helpful, I would love to have you like and subscribe, and then we can keep on learning more together, and I can help you grow in your knowledge of ProPresenter. But we will see you guys next time. Thank you.